Do you ever wonder what your life purpose is, what you are meant to do, and why you are here? We're going to talk about it in today's episode. Nature has so many lessons to offer us. Take these strawberries, for instance. I planted these in this garden 4 years ago, and the past 2 years, I haven't had a ton of time to devote to them. But the work I've done has not been lost. You see, these strawberries have spread and multiplied, and my harvest is bigger than ever before, even though I haven't tended to them at all this year. I believe that life is very much the same way. The work that we do and that we put in, sometimes it feels meaningless. Sometimes it feels like we're doing it for nothing. But our future selves are wise enough to know that the work we put in wasn't for nothing and that it all led us to the exact moment we're currently at. In this current moment and season of life, I feel like I am in complete alignment with my purpose, and it has taken me a long road to get here. And I've been through a lot of twists and turns and a lot of dark times. But now that I can see the path that brought me here, I feel like I've learned so much. You see, I now believe that it is in those dark moments and in the moments that you feel broken, those are the moments that make you strong. Those are the things that test your limits, your boundaries, and push you forward in life. And it also teaches you a lot about yourself and where you draw the line. What are you willing to put up with? And what are you not willing to? And I think that life means paying attention. We need to drown out all the noise. I believe that we all have an inner guidance system. Call it your intuition. We all have this within us to feel things and trust our instincts. And that right there, that is the key to finding your purpose in life, is following your inner guidance system. When my husband and I started farming, we had very little experience. We really didn't know what we were doing, but we had a strong feeling that this was what we were meant to do. And we followed that. And it's led us to where we're at now, 8 years later, building and growing a new life. It probably seemed crazy to a lot of people that we were embarking on this new adventure, especially because we had very little experience, no money, and very little means to get us where we were going. But we both trusted the feeling that this was what we were meant to do. And it's been a long road and a lot of hardships and trust to guide us along our way. There has been nothing greater in my life than spending time in the outdoors, because you can hear God's call. You can hear what you are supposed to be doing with your life. And one of those calls for me was doing this YouTube channel. And I didn't know where it would lead me. I just listened. Being in this moment on this property, I knew I needed to share this life. I needed to show people what was possible. And I didn't know how I was going to do that. I didn't even know how to make videos, edit. I knew absolutely nothing. And at my age of 45, back then I was about 42 or 43, I really didn't know what I was doing. I needed to watch a lot of videos to help guide me along my journey to figuring this out. And I didn't give up. It was hard, and there were so many lessons that I learned along the way, and there were times when I wanted to give up. But I didn't, because I trusted that voice that told me I needed to do this. And my channel has predominantly been centered around homemaking, and I will still be doing homemaking content, but my content is shifting. And if you've been on my channel a while, you might notice this shift. It is becoming more purpose-driven, spirit-driven, and I feel like my purpose is to inspire you. So my question is, what is calling you in your life? Because if you're on this planet and you're alive, no matter your age, you're here for a reason. And you need to find out what that reason is. And in order to figure this out for yourself, you need to get quiet. The time that I have spent working on our farm has been sacred, because predominantly when I work on the farm, I'm working alone and I'm working in silence. And I do listen to music and podcasts and things that inspire me. But even through the podcasts and the music, I've found that thoughts rush into my mind and I am being spoken to. Our world has changed. The way that we communicate with each other has completely changed from what it used to be. No longer do we pick up a phone and call people. We mostly text. And instead of going to friends' houses and sitting for coffee, we tend to sit and have our coffee while watching YouTube or watching something online. And so this is sort of our new way of communicating with each other, and it's not all bad. However, the amount of opinions, voices, and noise can really distract you from your own life. Following trends, seeing what other people are wearing, how other people are talking, what other people have that you don't have. All of these things are distracting you from your own life, where you're at now, and how you should be living. I have to admit that I've been influenced by these things myself, and I've fallen into the trends, and I really loved the whole cottagecore trend, and I still love it. But now that I've been on this simple living journey and minimalism journey, I'm learning to let go of things that maybe aren't serving me in my life. And having to have a specific look or a specific aesthetic can actually trap us into spending more money. I think that an important part of finding your purpose in life is learning to let go of what other people are doing. Let go of those worldly things because it isn't you. It isn't at the core who you are, and you are just following the wave of trends. And we're all being influenced by this. We're all spending needless amounts of money to try to fit into something that we don't need to fit into. My journey now is to let go and shed those outer layers. Just like decluttering my home and getting rid of things, I also need to shed the layers of who I think I am, or the persona that I have built for myself. Who am I without those things? What am I if I am not wearing those clothes, or I don't have that hairstyle? I'm really leaning into this right now because I feel like it's a really great way to figure yourself out and find your purpose in life. Inevitably, as you get older, you begin to question things. You grow, you change, you have life experiences, you go in directions that maybe were the wrong ones. And then you turn around and you make new choices. This is the journey of life. But the real question is, where are you headed? Right now, take a look, center yourself, and see where you're at. What led you here? What choices did you make? And what were the wrong choices? Did you have instincts telling you otherwise, that you shouldn't have done that? Likely you did. I think that learning to really hone into your inner guidance system and your intuition is just such an important aspect, because when you meet new people, you're going to get a feeling, a good feeling or a bad feeling. You need to pay attention. A lot of the bad things that have happened in my life have happened because I didn't listen. But rather than looking upon those moments with despair, see them as opportunities for growth, for learning, for trusting. Had you not made the wrong decisions, maybe you wouldn't know how to make the right ones. This year, part of my journey includes slowing down and savoring. Because once you reach a pivotal point in your journey where you have reached a certain destination, I believe it's really worth it to take some time to enjoy it and not always be reaching for the next goalpost. When I think about my journey and where I'm at now and my purpose, my real purpose seems to be to help other people. And I think that sometimes our purpose can be smaller than we think. But for me, having this YouTube channel means that the videos that I make have the potential to reach and help a lot of people. And that's a huge thing. It's not small. And for you, you might be sitting at home wondering if the things that you're doing have any purpose at all. And I believe that they do. I think that little things can have a very big impact. Life is not about buying things and having things. Life is about impacting other people. I hope that this gives you something to think about as you go along your life's journey. And I'm so glad that I could spend time with you today. If you're new to my channel, I share videos every single week. I hope you'll stick around. Take care and have a blessed day.